Last episode, I had my first taste of cocks. And I noticed my mage was letting me down, so I want some upgrades. Mainly, the Ahrims skirt. I want to get to 1000 Barrows KC, which is about 300 KC more than what I'm currently at. To do that KC, I want a Staff of the Dead from Zammy, since it will be a great item to use, since it will save me using elemental runes, and let me use my Gommel's Hilt to avoid the prayer draining effect. Why do I need all these items and want to save elemental runes? Well, that's because this is my boss locked Iron Man. Starting as a level 3, I've been leveling up my account through fighting bosses and using their loot. I'm an Iron Man, so this means no trading with other players or using the Grand Exchange. But I have taken it a step further and can't buy items or pick them up. My goal is to obtain my best in slot gear that I'll have access to, with the final challenge being the Inferno, the hardest content in RuneScape. Last episode, I got halfway towards the Staff of the Dead drop rate, so it's time to start where we left off at 254 KC, and head towards the drop rate of 1 in 508. But first, I'm going to need some food from Tempoross. That's 1000 permits done. This should keep me going for a fair bit. I went from 91 fishing to 93, and it took about 25 hours. Now it's time to loot the pool, which will take about 40 minutes. I only need the pet from here as the last thing on the log that I can get since I have everything else. That was not a bad opening at all. We got 2 1 in 1600s in 1000 permits. We got a 1 in 1000 with the big harpoon fish. It could actually be rarer than that. I didn't look. And we got exactly 50 caskets, which is the exact drop rate, and a lot of good food. That is a good 3000 high healing food right there. And that is so much bass and swordfish that I'll be good on low healing food for a long time. Now that I've cooked all my food, it's time to start Zammy again. Of course, I am still at the 254 KC with 3 spears and 2 steam battle staves on the log. The food I have should hopefully get me up to the drop rate of the staff. So I did a kill and I was getting absolutely wrecked. So I decided to go into my house and use the Green Man's Ale barrel that I made last episode to +1 boost my herb lore so I can make some super defenses, since I am out of them from my Salar the Twisted grind back a few episodes ago. Well, first kill with the super defense, and it definitely proves its worth because it's such an easier kill with it. Instead of using a super attack, it just feels so much nicer to use a super defense because of just the extra amount of hits I get, because I'm not running under him as much because I get hit way less. So super defenses are very, very nice for this grind. Almost essential. Steam Battle Staff, that's our first unique that we've gotten again. Might not look like a unique, but that's a 1 in 127 drop right there on the unique table. So that's something to see since we came back. The first one in the last 20 kills. So now I've evened out my Zammy Spears and Steam Battle Staves on the log, I'm pretty sure, if I go look at it. Yep, 3 and 3 is what we've got so far. Not too bad. Oh my god, I just got a Zammy hilt. I always get everything that's always the rarer one than what I want. What is this? That's the same rate as what the staff is. Oh, that's all right. It's definitely rare. Yeah, okay, so Zammy hilt. It's also a 1 in 508. Not the thing that I wanted. I did want the Staff of the Dead, of course, but that is something. It does have its uses on this account. Obviously, since I can't get the Ancient Spellbook because I can't do Desert Treasure because of a few item restrictions, this will be my one way to freeze certain creatures. Things like the Mutterdile in Chambers, and then in the future, when I do TOB with a group and I do my first one and everyone has to wear the same kind of gear as me, these will be very good for the team so we can all freeze some Blood Nilocuses and stuff for the Maiden Room. So it will definitely come in handy. But let me look at this Zammy log. I got all the things that I kind of didn't need from here. If I got none of this and just got a Staff of the Dead, I'd be happier, but it is kind of cool that I have got everything, and now when I get the Staff of the Dead, that's literally the last thing I need from here. But I will need 2 of these in the future, so there is also that. Man, I don't have high hopes of getting this under drop rate with the amount of luck that I've had here. That kill there is kill 300. Still going strong. Of course, we got the hilt not too long ago, so not expecting the staff anytime soon, but we are now 208 kills off the drop rate. Hopefully we can get it earlier because if I make it to that drop rate, I'll be out of food. So hopefully soon. with the update that's coming in 42 minutes now, that is going to release Leagues. So, my plan for the whole of Leagues is why I'm in full Guthern sitting here just in front of the fight caves, is to just AFK the fight caves the whole time while I'm doing it. I'm not doing it on this account, I'm doing it on another one. So, once that update is done, that's what I'll be doing. I have a fair bit of money for repairs, but if this isn't enough, I do have a lot more rune items in here. Just from like Wildy Boss Grind, and Zammy has been dropping a fair few as well. Got 100 battle staves, I got a fair bit of rune stuff there, and then I've also got 170 rune pickaxes like an elk. So I should be good for money over the whole time Leagues is going. So it's just time for me to really just walk in and go for it. This is just what it's going to look like. I'm literally just going to click on it, and then I just completely AFK and just let auto retaliate. Just go for me. I'm starting at 82 attack, 96 strength, and 80 defense. I'll be doing shared XP between my 3 stats because you can only train shared with these 3, and this one is just for defense. So this should be relatively okay training here, but we'll just have to see what levels I get up to, and every level will help me at Zammy. So when I come back from Leagues, it's going to be pretty helpful. Since you guys loved it last time, this episode's sponsored by Crumb and his amazing high-quality resin cast old-school Runescape figurines. These things are super heavy and feel really high quality. Just look at this. I could literally bludgeon someone with this. It has that much weight to it and is so hard. I won't do that, but I could. There's also been the first restock since last Christmas, and speaking of Christmas, it's also coming up. And these guys would make perfect gifts for anyone you know that loves old school RuneScape. Like yourself, maybe? But these guys sell out fast, with Vorkarth, Giant Mole, and Zuck already sold out, so you better be quick to get one. And even better, because Crumb is offering you guys 20% off for this week only using my code ZAYZ20 on checkout. Make sure you click the link in the description to go to Crumb's store, and do not forget my code ZAYZ20 on checkout to get that 20% off. So, I've kind of finished up AFKing at fight caves for now. Well, not fully. I am still going to be doing the fight caves because I am still playing on the Leagues, but I'm going to be doing a few Zammy kills a day. So, my stats currently, I've nearly got 84 attack, I've nearly got a whole strength level, and I got 1 defense level, and I'm halfway through towards the next one. So, hopefully with the increased stats, we're a little bit more accurate and a little bit more tanky, and this can go smoother. Ah, man. I said it's been a very long time since I've seen a unique, and we finally hit one, and it's a Steam Battle Staff. No, it baited me. I saw the orange text, and it baited me for a quick sec. Man, that's rough. That's the first unique, like, good beam I've seen in a while. There we go. That kill's a big milestone because it's kill number 400. So, I'm actually going to stop here. I know I wanted the staff for my next activity, but we have kind of worked out that using my Fang will kind of be the same. Well, it'll be a little bit worse DPS than what the staff will be. So, I'm actually going to go start that up now, and that's going to be Barrows. I originally wanted the Staff of the Dead for this, so I could cast Magic Dart with it. It's one of the 2 staffs that can cast this spell along with the Slayer Staff. Of course, the other Staff of the Dead variants, but it's the same staff, really. At my current mage level, and if I had the Staff of the Dead's magic bonus, I would have about 3.2 DPS on the Barrows Brothers, while using no elemental runes, and only using death and mine runes. Which is huge, since I have to craft my own elemental runes. But using the Fang here is surprisingly not bad. I can get about 2.3 DPS with the Fang on the Melee Brothers, which is 0.9 DPS worse than Magic Dart. But if I use Piety, that becomes 3.1 DPS, so only a 0.1 difference. So that's the new plan. I'll work towards the Ahrims bottoms while going for the 1000 KC milestone. But I will head back to Zammy for the staff a bit later, since it will still be my best mage DPS with Flames of Zammy. It's just getting another 108 kills for the drop rate would take another 20 hours, when I could be working towards this drop at nearly the same speed as if I had the staff. And of course, I could go dry for the staff and have to spend an unknown amount of time there. 400 kills has already taken me over 80 hours, so it's time to do something else. This is the gear I'm wearing. It's my max prayer in each slot that I have, since I'll be doing multiple kills per trip. I weigh 28 kilos, which is nice to keep it low so I don't use as much run energy. I have 21 prayer bonus. If I just pray protect melee, I can keep it up for 6.5 minutes straight. I'll be doing multiple kills per trip and only tallying out to Ferox to restore my run and prayer when my minigame teleport is off cooldown. So this should get me more kills per hour than the previous method of running back here from Varrock every second kill. I've just got to do the mini quest since I haven't been back to Barrows since the Desert Treasure 2 release and the Barrows mini quest coming with it. Been a while since I've been here, but if I look at the collection log, I have done 709 KC and need the Ahrims skirt and Carol's skirt. I don't have any Torag's armor pieces and it would be nice if it stayed that way, and I got the Ahrims skirt quickly so I could leave, and if I get the Carol's piece along the way, it's just a bonus. But I am happy to come back for it in the future. I did get baited by the icon in the chest. This is what I needed for the mini quest, so I'll hand this in. That's 20k prayer XP and putting me closer to 77 prayer for the last unlockable prayer I can use. Looks like I can get 2 Barrows KC per minigame teleport cooldown with my current method. But I am going to start 1-tick prayer flicking protect melee and piety. Doing this will increase my DPS and make it close to what the Staff of the Dead would be while using Magic Dart. I'll just have to listen to the metronome plugin for however long this takes. Since I've decided to actually start prayer flicking everything, I'm going to swap over to a Berserker ring now since I don't actually need prayer bonus for prayer flicking. It will just be better to have more melee strength. I may as well leave the rest of this gear on because it's offering me a bit of defense and still good prayer bonus if I don't want to flick for whatever reason. So I'm going to leave this gear on and then get this on. If I had other gear that had melee strength, I would swap to it, but unfortunately I don't. So I think I will just stick with this gear and add this in for the extra 2 max hit it's going to give me. That's the first item that I've gotten from this Torag legs. That is a new collection log slot, and I said not too long ago, it would be great if I could not get one of them and only get the ones that I want. But, you know, sometimes you say something and it just doesn't happen that way. Now, I've just got to keep hunting the Ahrims legs, well, Ahrims skirt, and just see how it goes. But that's only 11 KC since we started, so not too bad. Well, this KC is already 750, which means I've now done 41 since I started, and I've only seen 1 item, which it's very, very typical for my Barrows luck. So hopefully the items start picking up, and hopefully it's the items that I need. So I've just done, oh, okay, I also got an item from that. That is a duplicate because I'm wearing one. But that's the first item I've seen in a while. But I was going to say, I have just done a full hour of doing the full piety flicking method by 1-tick flicking piety and just running to back to the ladder and redoing it. And I've also changed my inventory a little bit. I now bring strength potions so I can stay here for longer. So when I kill Ahrim and he lowers my strength, I can use this and get my strength back up to just normal base level. And then I've also got some super energies here so I can keep sipping these and just run along to the exit to speed this up. And it looks like I'm doing close to 9 KC per hour. So that's not bad at all, actually. This is with not killing any minions, so I'm only getting basically some chaos and some mind runes each chest, but it has sped it up by at least 3 KC per hour by not killing anything. So I think I'm going to keep doing it this way because it is a massive increase. If I spent 10 hours here today, I could get nearly 90 KC instead of 60. So that's at least another 2 items I could see per day if I basically spent this same amount of time. So this method looks like the way to go, and I'm going to keep heading along this way and hopefully get my Ahrims skirt soon. Well, that's the first Ahrim piece I've seen. It's another Ahrims hood, which really sucks because it's not the pants, and I've now got 4 of them. It's the only item in the Ahrims set that I have duplicates of, and yeah, I've rolled the Ahrims table, but not rolled the pants, which kind of sucks because that could have been the grind completely done, but it isn't, unfortunately. I've just got to keep doing it, but with my speed, I'm seeing about 1 unique every 2 hours if I keep up at the same pace and see the uniques on drop rate. And another one of the wrong piece, of course. Oh, man. If only it was the Carol's legs. If only it was the Carol's legs. Already, chest 800 coming in of the grind. Not too bad. That's nearly 100 chests since we came back now. We've seen 1 item that's added to our collection log this whole time, which has been the Torag plate legs. Still missing Carol's coif, skirt, Ahrim skirt, Torag body, helmet, and I think that's it, actually. So we will continue, but this is what the log does look like. The only thing it's been filled in is this. So just here for this, hopefully it comes very soon. That's the first unique I've seen in about 30 odd chests. It's been about 40 chests since I last got the Carol body, and I got a Darroch body in between. So that's the first one I've seen in a good while, because of course I keep going dry. It's just how it happens. It's really rough when I see another Ahrims item, because I just know it could have been the legs, but it just wasn't the right one that I rolled. It does feel a little rough, but I have been rolling Ahrims pretty commonly. So that's the only other item of Ahrims that I now have a duplicate of besides the hood. So it feels good to get something other than the hood as a duplicate at least. I literally don't even need to say anything about this. I don't. Oh, that's the 5th Ahrim hood. It's the 5th one. Well, it's already come to this because this chest is now KC number 900. Been close to 200 KC since I started now. I've seen a few items I haven't bothered showing because they were just all dupes. I have nearly completed a full Darroch set while I've been here. I just need the axe now. And I have got a lot of Carol stuff as well. I've got another helmet in between then and even another flail. So hopefully I hit that Ahrim skirt very soon. With that KC there, I just did 920 KC. And you might remember I got Torag's legs. And I believe that was now exactly 200 KC ago. So my last item that I actually got on the collection log, not a duplicate, was over 200 KC ago now. So that's pretty crazy. I was kind of expecting to see at least one unique item every 100 KC that would add to my collection log, but not 200 KC because it's kind of rough now. This one really, really hurts. That means I've gotten every other piece of Ahrim since I came back, but the Ahrim skirt now. Oh, man. Well, we're fast approaching 1,000 KC, I suppose, but now since I've come back, I've gotten myself 2 Ahrim hoods, 2 of them, 1 top and 1 staff, and I haven't got myself a chain skirt yet. This is proving to be rough to get this one item. That one's another Guthan's chain skirt. I think that's the 4th one since I came back. I'm unsure on the exact number, but I think Guthan's chain skirt is the only Guthan's piece that I have got since I've come back here, which is kind of weird that I've got so many of them and not a single other Guthan's piece. Don't get me wrong, I have the full set, but I think this has just become the set where I have the most items in. I don't know, but yeah, I've gotten a crazy amount of Guthan skirts. I only had 1 before I came here, so I've gotten 3 Guthan skirts since I came back and nothing else. That's funny that I've gotten a Darroch axe, because now since I came back, I have fully completed the Darroch set again. Since coming back from 700 KC to 940, I have fully completed the Darroch set over again, because the first unique I got when I came back was a Darroch plate body, and no, it might have been the helm. I got one of them first, but I know I've got the helm and stuff, and I know I've got the legs, so now I've completed 2 sets of Darrochs. Why is it another Guthan's chain skirt? What is with this? I'm running through deja vu here. I just keep seeing the same items over and over. I've seen so many Guthan's chain skirts. No, actually, that is a first collection log I have seen in nearly 220 KC or something. That's actually crazy. It's a Torag piece, so it sucks, but just seeing the collection log is actually wild. It has been so long. I did not think I was going to get another one. So, yeah, that's crazy. It's actually weird to see the collection log thing pop up. I don't know what to do anymore. That's something. I said before I started this grind, I'd be happy if I didn't see a single Torag's item. And then the only 2 collection log items I've seen have been 2 Torag items, so I've literally cursed myself. That's definitely an item I haven't seen in a while, a Guthan spear. I've seen a lot of Guthan's legs, and that is actually the first Guthan's item that hasn't been the chain skirt since I came back in 250 odd KC. No, even more than that, 270 KC since I've seen any other Guthan item, which is kind of crazy. Lucky I'm not going for Guthans because, yeah, that would have been a sad case. Now, this chest is going to be a big chest, not because it's a 1000 KC, but because it's going to be 989. It's a very odd number, but that means Barrows will become my top boss. It may say it's my top boss here in KC, but if this worm stops attacking me, if I look at my collection log here and go all the way down to Vedion and Calvarion, I have 988 KC at Calvarion, which has been my top boss for a fair while now, and it doesn't actually track it on the combat thing because I don't have the medium diary done. So it's been Barrows ever since, but now after I open this right now, this will be my highest KC boss. 989 KC here. We are only 11 KC away from 1000 now, which is going to look weird to see a 4-digit KC at a boss. This is a bit anticlimactic, but my recording software stuffed up on the 1000th chest. So here is the loot from the chest. I'll even add some screen shake so it feels like we just looted it. But it does feel crazy to have a 1000 KC boss. I want to go through my log a bit, and I want to give you guys some stats on the grind and some interesting things that happened to me during it. So this is what my log looks like after 1000 KC. Alright, let's get into some stats for this grind. So after adding it all up, I got 59 uniques from Barrows in 1000 KC. So if I divide 1000 by the rate of 14.57 that the wiki says is the drop rate, then I should have received 68.6 items. It seems my entire grind here, I have gone dry of about 10 items, which would be about 145 KC. Since I can pretty casually get 8 KC an hour here now, that would be just a little over 18 hours of being dry. My actual drop rate came out to be 17.24, which is nearly 3 KC extra I would have to do to see an item. My longest dry streak during the grind was 78 KC, and that ended with me getting Torag Hemis, which was also a duplicate and the last item I got from the chest, so I got a back-to-back Torag Hammer uniques, just 78 KC apart. I got 14 Guthans items and 14 Verak items, which were both my most gotten sets, but I still only had one complete set of Veraks. And of course, the average KC to Greenlog Barrows is around 1500 KC. I'm currently sitting on 21 of 25 uniques at my 1000 KC, so I should expect a collection log every 125 KC if I did finish the log on the average number. But of course, I could go dry and have no idea when I will finish this. Anyway, here are the stats from the start of the episode to the end. Honestly, the stats are all I can show for this episode because I made 0 upgrades after putting in over 80 hours into this episode. So if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. So make sure you like the video and subscribe if you've watched this far. But this is how unique accounts go. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next episode.